Hello there, my friends. So we're in the book of Matthew, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, reviewing just the basic essentials from what we can. We understand there is King Herod, who is not a full-blooded Jewish king. So it's important when you see the Magi coming from the east to find the one that was born king of the Jews. That was a slight to King Herod. He's just not ready for that at all. And it obviously was a large number of magi, not just 3 wise men from the east, but a large enough group to trouble all of Jerusalem. The first 6 verses talks about the magi coming from Jerusalem, and then verses 7 to 12, Herod sending the magi to Bethlehem because the high priests, the officials, the ones who knew the Old Testament scriptures, or the scriptures, they weren't just Old Testament, they were the only scriptures around at the time, knew there was a prophecy that the one who was to come, the Messiah, would be born from Bethlehem. And then we see the family of Jesus going to Egypt. It's interesting that Joseph was a man of dreams, very similar to the Joseph of the Old Testament, that was also a man of dreams. And then, of course, Herod killing all the youth of Bethlehem, sadly. And then the family of Jesus moving back to Nazareth. So after Jesus' birth, we see that he's now a child. It wasn't right away. They had moved out of the manger and into a house, some kind of rental house for a little while at that point. Herod dies before they go back to Nazareth. But it's interesting how the whole thing goes in there, understanding how paranoid King Herod was. And the whole Magi were king seekers. Some people believe they may have actually been started way back in the days of Daniel. That is a possibility. Anyway, though, looking for the one who was born king of the Jews, understanding that this would be the shepherd of Israel, understanding that he would be Messiah. So we know the child, the promised one, was going to be born in Bethlehem, the Messiah being the one who would be king of the Jews, and that is Jesus, the Messiah. So God bless, keep studying, and I will see you in the next one.